Welcome back to the channel. Woo, man, beautiful day here today in Michigan. Only 70, low 70s I think today. No rain, it's fairly clear skies, nice breeze. You know, a guy could, work in this stuff. Good news, my hose showed up. Part number is 10A186. Oh, is that an 85 J or 685? Yeah, J must write like I do. Not very good. But anyways, same hose. If it's a 602, M602, that is. This is for my M5. So remember, I ordered that head gasket and ignition switch. It's still not here, and this hose was sent probably 4 days after. Terrible, terrible. So, oh well, what do you do? I think this one goes down here. Yeah. All right, so we'll put the big one here, and the little one here. Okay. Oh, so I want to get some brush hogging done while I can. So, all right, fits like a glove. Then we'll use this tractor a little more and see if we can figure out anything else that needs to be tidied up other than the front tires. I mean, they're holding air and they'll do okay, but they just don't look as nice as they could. So I'm on the hunt. I don't really want to put brand new tires on this tractor, but at least not at the moment. But I might have to. So, well, okay. See how well this works. Probably don't even need a clamp up here, but I'm gonna put one on anyways, just in case. Man, it's nice out. Lydia went with her grandmother today blueberry picking. This part of July is blueberry picking time. So this is my last week of therapy. I had therapy today, and therapist told me not to be dumb with my arm, but Wednesday is our they're gonna reassess everything, or measure my movements and stuff. So all right, that is on. That was simple enough, right? So I'm thinking I want to put some 750 16s on here. I was trying to look and see what size tires these were on here, but I can't read it. They're so cracked up. I'm pretty sure that's a 16-inch rim, but I'm not positive. I guess I could measure, but so does that say load range G? They're heavy duty tire. Might be it's a Firestone. That's the date code right there. That's the air pressure. Oh, that's a 15-inch tire. Yeah, that says 8 1/4, 15. Huh? Okay. So maybe 750 will still work on there, but I need a 16, 750, 16, or 15 for that, huh? Okay. Interesting. Well, okay, learned something. All right, this has a center link on it already, I believe. Yes, sir. Okay. I'll take my slow moving sign off. I put that on just to go for my little trip, but probably didn't need it. So, and see, my hydraulic oil is seeping out of this. Kind of looks like it's seeping in between the rear end case and the 3-point unit. There is a gasket in there, and there's an O-ring that goes from top to bottom here. It comes in the hydraulic. You know what I'm saying. So, or maybe you do, maybe you don't. So, okay. All right. Well, let's go get the 602 fired up. Last time I was running, it kept dying on me like, you know, losing charge. So it tells me the generator's not working. So we'll have to look into that sometime. So that's why I'm gonna take it off. We'll park that one somewhere, but we'll unhook the brush hog right there. Rotary cutter. So, because we got a bunch of stuff we need to get done around, and the boys this weekend they want to use that for cutting trails and stuff. So, okay. I've had this one a couple years. This tractor had loader on it when I got it. Turn the gas on. There we go. Neutral. Let's see. I don't know if I need to choke it or not. It's choked. Yeah, I don't think I needed to choke it. PTO doesn't like to shut off on this one, so I guess I better shut it off. Yeah, it doesn't say it's charging, so we'll have to fiddle with that. There, we'll shut her off for safety reasons. Because those of you that know, PTOs are not something to goof around on. So, okay, I'll get this unhooked and bring it back. Okay, unhooked. Tighten up the clamp on this one. Wiggles around there. There it goes. This tractor was running and driving when I acquired it. I sold the loader that was on it. This one likes to seep a little bit of coolant into the oil, just a little, not horrible, but enough to, I gotta pay attention to it. So we're gonna investigate that sooner than later. I don't want to work this one too hard, too long. good running tractor, that's for sure. Doesn't smoke at all. So there we go. Okay. Yep. Cool beans. I do have a 1/2" wrench. We'll unhook it. So I don't know when the next time I'm going to use this, but it'll be before too long. So, but just another one to fix up a little bit. I mean, this one is a really nice straight original tractor. So and you know, I'm going to hop on the M5, and for those who don't know, the M602 is what replaced the M5. This is only a couple year. They only had this model a couple years, and then they went to the 670, which almost looks identical. There's a few upgrades, including fenders, and and this tractor is supposed to have a white band that comes across here. It's just never had one on it, for as long as I've owned it, I should say. But I think the steering might have been upgraded. Definitely to the supers it was upgraded. But you know, then they did the M670, the early ones, just for a couple years or less, and then they went to the supers. So you know, like my 69 here, let's see, there's a super. My 70 diesels on a lean-to. Dad has a 67 gas as well, and I think that's it for now. So yeah, kind of neat, a little bit of a history there. Okay, back to the M5. I'm gonna have to get the chain out of there, of course, and take the PTO cover off. So we'll take that one off and I'll put it on the shelf. I do have the big shield too, so that's more of a cover than a shield, but all right, let's turn the gas on. I don't think I turned the gas off on that 602. I'll have to go back and do that. Check the Earl. Okay. I don't think she's leaking on us anymore. That's good. There's nothing wet over here, so that's good. I see the seat cushions haven't fixed themselves yet. All right. Whew. Let's try it without choke this time. Oh, I guess we're getting a choke. Okay. Need the chain on. Alright, I think you just take 3/4 here. Well, I think we're going to have a pretty good turnout. Ooh, you probably can't see, can you? We'll put you up here. Does that help? Oh, you couldn't see it because of the glare, is my guess. But yeah, you probably couldn't. Or we're going to have a pretty good turnout, I believe, for the plow day coming up, August 2nd. So I'm going to see a good, you know, different colored tractors of all kinds, sounds like. So, which is neat to see. It's like going to a tractor show. So, you get some of them old boys, you know, they just live for them plow days. So, I'm like, cool. There we go. That's all it is basically a piece of metal. They rolled it together, tacked it together, and put some ears on there, and that's the PTO cover. Pretty simple. Like I say, I do have the PTO shield for this tractor too. I just don't have it on yet, but we'll leave it off for the minute because I don't feel like walking over there to find it. So that's why. But it's funny. I was talking to my therapist today, and she was asking, "You've been using your arm a little bit?" I said, "Well, obviously you haven't been watching my videos." She says, "Probably a good thing I'm not watching. I'll be yelling at you." Maybe. So, when I think about it, I only use my left hand for stuff here, but sometimes it's just, you know, whatever. But there, that doesn't have to be super tight. So, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go put this on the shelf. It's like, well, you know what? It'll fit in the toolbox, but I think I'll put it on the shelf because right now I don't think I'm gonna use it for anything. But this will fit on a 602 or you know, 302. You know, anything with a hydraulic pump that's in the back of the tractor above the PTO. So. All right, gotta be careful around me. Almost got it. Well, it's all hooked up, and we'll see if we can not get stuck. This is kind of a lower area here. I like to keep mowed down and keep the Phragmites down. my shear pin. Definitely broke my shear pin. Okay, well, it's the next day. Bought me a shear bolt. Actually, I bought two of them. I think I know what size it is, but I bought the size that I think it is, and I thought the size smaller. So, and I also picked up a rain cap. So, luckily, the one store that's supposed to have tractor parts that doesn't anymore, well, they didn't even offer this. But in a neighboring town, there's another same type of store, and they had one, and that's just the number I needed too. So I'll move you over just a little bit here. So anyways, so I snagged that in my travels today. Now we got a rain cap. We'll put it on this way. That's not the way you like to put them on. That's your own prerogative. I put them on backwards. Seems like the bigger ones, I like to put them on the other way. I don't know. They look tougher to me, but it makes no difference. Some guys will tell you if you're trailering a tractor very often, you don't want to put them on this way because it's always, you know, up like that. That's you know, a valid thinking. Or also, if you're doing a lot of brush hogging like I'm doing, but under trees and stuff, you know, this could catch, you know. Those are all good points. So, well, that was 30 seconds of, you know, getting that on there. Oh, a little bit warmer today. I think it hit 80, I think it did. So, well, thankfully, this here shear bolt did its thing. So I knew that stump was there somewhere right there, but oh, there it is right there. Okay, we're right there. There, popped her out. Okay. I bought the 1/2 inch and 7/16. 1/2 inch did fit. I'm glad I got that one. So, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tighten up this gearbox a little bit here. Maybe I can get the boys to do that while I'm gone this weekend. All right. There we go. All right, good as used. Oh, before I forget, you know, a little, I don't know if I should say anything or not, but I guess I'll leave their names out. But anyways, real good friends of mine that live north of me, they're Moline collectors, this weekend lost their barn, and there was some Moline stuff in there, including the old forklift that I used to have. Well, it's gone. Don't know a whole lot of details. I know it's suspicious and they are investigating it. So, you know, just keep the those guys in your thoughts and prayers, because you know, nobody got hurt. Caused a lot of damage, but I don't know, the main part of their collection was safe in a different building, but it could have been a lot worse. So, but you know, it's still, it is a loss, and you know, I feel for them. So, you know, it's like somebody stealing something from you. It's just you know, taken away, you know, poof, just like that. And you know, it started really early in the morning, and there was no power to the building, so I don't know, it's under investigation is all I know. So keep them in your prayers, please. Okay, so I looked up in my sales literature, this tractor with this front end should have had 616s. So those ones I bought that auction sale, they're sitting right there, that I think those are either 600 or 650 16s. Those will fit on here, so I might just put those on here for now, you know, make sure they hold air and all that. But yeah, okay. Oh, and good news, the head gasket and switch that I ordered showed up today, and today is July 22, I think. Yeah, the 22nd. And so anyways, and also good news, Welter's got me those gaskets and a fly swatter, anyways, for the Oliver project. So we'll be getting onto that real soon. Like, okay, here we go again. a new gasket on here. That's the right gas cap, but I think it needs a new gasket. Real good oil pressure yet. Just the top side of the cold. Actually says it's charging a little bit. Fuel gauge doesn't work, attack doesn't work, but all in all, running great. Very happy with it. So, all right, well, I think we're done working on the M5 for now. We're just going to be using it. So, one thing I gotta fix sometime, the 3-point hitch likes to settle. So we'll see what that's probably leaking in there, or I don't know, we'll figure it out sometime, but let her cool off. Then I think me and the boys are going to a tractor pull tonight. It's the local county fair. This video won't come out for a day or two, but yeah, I'm hoping yeah, we'll do that. I'm not gonna take the camera long, because the seats aren't real good for videoing, you know, with the GoPro. If I had zoom in, that'd be different, but oh well, I'm sure happy with this tractor. So yeah, we'll get on the Oliver next, get that going again, and the 900 project is on my mind. So all right, well,